Hi, I'm Johnny Wynn at Hashrocket here in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. I've got Sandi Metz visiting with us. She spent the week down here and we've really enjoyed having her. Lots of lunch and learns coming for you. So tell us a little bit about your visit. What are your thoughts of Hashrocket?
It was a delight and I'm exhausted. Though I did finally get to the beach this morning.
Well, that's good.
That was like,
they
gave me I had 30 minutes to walk down to the shore. Yeah.
So we kind of tell us a little bit about, what were your expectations coming in? Did you learn anything from us, or did you? We know we learned a lot from you. So
as is always, the people who are the best are the most confident, which makes them the nicest. And so there's a bunch of really nice people at Hashrocket, which is great when you come in from the outside. I got to go home and upgrade my tool chain because. Now I got to learn Vim.
I was about to say, did we make you a believer in Vim?
Just saying. Okay, I caved. Yeah. Vim's in my future.
So I know that we do tend to have a lot of unique problems around here, but you actually were able to step in and help us out quite a bit with some of your object-oriented design principles. Tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you worked on,
Yeah, it was cool. We did some refactorings. It's a little terrifying if you're me and you come in, because the things that people ask me about were, of course, not their simple things. It was places where the code had too many dependencies, or it was messy, or it was mucky, or there was duplication.
You mean we didn't ask you to do a controller?
But I have to say the problems were really interesting. Like the problem you and I worked on was totally interesting. And I think that it was validating for me to see that the practical design principles that I make a big deal out of applied here. Like we did some things on Wednesday that saved money on projects on Thursday, and that was validating for me to be here, but also validating about the whole idea that a design is a way to make your life better and save you money. It was great to see it in practice.
I know one of the things that we talked about was some of the ideas behind the object-oriented design and abstracting out behavior. In fact, in the scenario that we worked in, we had something as simple as a search that we were using. What are some different ways that you've when do you notice the code smell? When does it start getting bad?
I don't care until it starts costing me money.
Well, that's the most important.
I mean, and money, for some people, money is time, right? And so, it's been interesting this summer that it seems like there's a much bigger interest in the Ruby community about design than there has been in the past. And I think it's because people have projects that are now starting to cost them money. And
maintenance is catching up.
Maintenance is catching up. And so for us, one of the interesting things for me this week was how you guys walk that line all the time. You walk the time, money, feature, refactoring, design line, where you have to make hard decisions about whether to leave a piece of duplicated code in there or whether to refactor it out. And it's interesting to see the choices that you have to make at the very practical rubber meets the road edge about delivering software. One of the things that one of the folks here said to me was that nobody ever sees my code. Nobody ever sees it. The people I work with sees it. But you guys write code and then give it to people who paid for it. And so you were always on the hook for the decisions you made. And it's interesting to watch how you balance the tensions on that line.
It does play a big role, especially you have to be a craftsman. You have to care about what you're doing. You can't just, I'll throw this together. The client will pay for it, and we'll move on with life, and it'll be the next big client. I mean, we do really take a lot of care in what we are doing.
That accountability is obvious.
Exactly. So, well, I know that we've really enjoyed having you here. It's been a pleasure. We've learned a lot, and we're going to share everything that we have learned with our Lunch and Learns, putting them out for everybody. So I wanted to thank you for coming by, and thank you for talking with me, and we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you'll be back for another visit.
I can't avoid it. I don't think.
All right, well, till next time. We'll see you later.